Want to speak real Arabic from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ArabicPod101.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Prihan and this is Arabic Pod 101. Today we're going to do 15 favorite words chosen by fans. You. Ahlan. Welcome. Ahlan. Welcome. For example, you can say Ahlan, ازيك. Hi, welcome. How are you? It's so easy. Shukran. Thank you. Shukran. Thank you. For example, شكرا على الدعوة. Thank you for the invitation. جميل. Nice or beautiful. جميل. It means nice or beautiful. For example, you can say بيتهم شكله جميل. Their house is very nice. Or you can say البنت دي جميلة. This girl is very beautiful. قطة. Cat. قطة. Cat. For example, عندي قطة سيامي. I have a Siamese cat. I wish I could have a cat. مبسوط. Happy. مبسوط. Happy. مبسوط إني شفتك. I'm happy to see you. You. Mother. Mother. For example, كل بتتمنى الخير لأولادها. Every mother wishes the best for her children. That's true. مشهور. Popular. مشهور. Popular. المغني ده مشهور جدا. The singer is very popular. For example, عمرو دياب مشهور جدا. عمرو دياب مشهور جدا. عمرو دياب is very popular. حبيبي يا نور العين يا شاغل. رائع. Amazing. رائع. Amazing. So for example, you can say المهرجان كان رائع, which means the festival was amazing. يحترم. To respect. يحترم. To respect. For example, الصغير لازم يحترم الكبير. The young should always respect the elder. سنجاب. Squirrel. سنجاب. A squirrel. Squirrel. أنا عمري ما شفت سنجاب. I've never seen a squirrel. That's true. ماشي. Okay. ماشي. Okay. It means okay. For example, you can say ماشي تعال نتقابل الساعة 7. Which means okay, let's meet at 7 o'clock. And fun fact, usually young people in Egypt don't just use the word ماشي, but they also use the word قشطة. It means cream, but we also use it as a word ماشي. And you can use this word to sound a little more native-like, or if you have lots of Egyptian friends, you will find them using it a lot. عيلة. Family. عيلة. Family. For example, you can say بحب عيلتي جدا. I love my family very much. حبيبي. My love. The next word is probably a word you all know or get to know or learn when you first start Arabic. It's حبيبي, which means my love. We usually use it not only in a romantic way, but we also use it as a friendly or endearment kind of term. So you can say حبيبي to anyone. For example, okay حبيبي, ماشي حبيبي, ماشي حبيبي, قشطة حبيبي. حبيبي يا نور العين يا ساكن خيالي عايشق بقالي سنين. أخت. Sister. أخت. Sister. أنا عندي أخت واحدة أصغر مني. I have one younger sister. سعادة. Happiness. سعادة. Happiness. For example, you can say السعادة هدف كل إنسان. Happiness is everyone's goal. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you found your favorite word. If you have not found your favorite word, please comment below the one you like the most. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and visit our website, ArabicPod101.com. Bye bye. Hi everyone, I'm Prihan, and today we're going to have the top 25 Arabic phrases. So let's begin. Assalamu alaikum. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Hello. So this is the most basic greeting we have in Arabic. So if you enter anywhere, please say Assalamu alaikum. Sabah al khair. Good morning. Sabah al khair. Good morning. And this is so easy. When you see someone in the morning, just tell them Sabah al khair. It sounds cool. مساء الخير. Good afternoon. مساء الخير. That is good afternoon. تصبح على خير. Good night. تصبح على خير. That is good night. When someone goes to bed, you simply tell them تصبح على خير. Good night. ما اسمك? What's your name? السلام عليكم. ما اسمك? Hello, what's your name? أنا بريهان. I am Perihan. So in reply, the other person says أنا and then their name. أنا means I am and then they put their name. So ما اسمك? What's your name? أنا بريهان. I am Perihan. تشرفنا. Nice to meet you. تشرفنا. Nice to meet you. So now you have a whole conversation. ما اسمك? أنا بريهان. تشرفنا. What's your name? I am Perihan. Nice to meet you. كيف حالك? How are you? كيف حالك? How are you? How are you doing? السلام عليكم. كيف حالك? Hello. How are you doing? أنا بخير. شكرا. ماذا عنك? I'm fine. Thanks. And you? And this is the reply to السلام عليكم. كيف حالك? That is hello. How are you? And you say أنا بخير. شكرا. ماذا عنك? I'm fine. Thank you. How about you? من فضلك. Please. من فضلك. That means please. So you can say اجلس من فضلك, which means please sit down. شكرا. Thank you. شكرا, which means thank you. شكرا على الهدية. Thank you for the present. عفوا. You're welcome. عفوا. You're welcome. So from the beginning, شكرا على الهدية. Thank you for the present. And you reply, عفوا. You're welcome. نعم. Yes. نعم, which means yes. So for example, you can say, هل تريد قهوة? Do you want coffee? And you reply with نعم. Yes. And you can also add من فضلك. من فضلك. Please. لا. No. The opposite of it, لا. لا, which means no. So one more. هل تريد قهوة? Do you want coffee? No. لا. And you can say شكرا. Thank you. حسنا. Okay. حسنا. Okay. فلنذهب إلى الحديقة. Let's go to the park. And you say حسنا. حسنا. Okay. عذرا. Excuse me. عذرا, which means excuse me. So for example, you can say عذرا علي الذهاب. عذرا علي الذهاب, which means excuse me, I have to go. أنا آسف. I am sorry. أنا آسف, which means I'm sorry. For example, you can say أنا آسف على التأخير. I'm sorry I am late. كم الساعة? What time is it? كم الساعة, which means what time is it? You can ask someone كم الساعة? كم الساعة الآن? Which means what time is it now? And you can say it's 1:30. إنها الواحدة والنصف. إنها الواحدة والنصف. أين المرحاض? Where is the restroom? أين المرحاض? Where is the restroom? So you can say عذرا أين المرحاض? Excuse me, where is the restroom? انتظر لحظة. Wait a moment. عذرا انتظر لحظة, which means excuse me, wait a moment. بكم هذا? How much is this? بكم هذا الفستان? How much is this dress? الحساب لو سمحت. Could I get the check, please? So for example, if you're in a restaurant, you can do this simple hand sign, which is like this, and you say الحساب لو سمحت. الحساب لو سمحت. Could I have the check, please? النجدة. Help. النجدة, which means help. So for example, you can say لقد سرقت حقيبتي.
My bag was stolen. النجدة. Help. أراك لاحقا. See you later. أراك لاحقا, which means see you later. So when you say goodbye to your friend, you tell him أراك لاحقا. And if you're saying goodbye to a group of friends, you say أراكم لاحقا. أراكم لاحقا. مع السلامة. Goodbye. مع السلامة, which means goodbye. أنا ذاهب إلى المنزل. مع السلامة. I'm going home. Goodbye. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and please subscribe and comment below about your favorite Arabic phrase. Goodbye. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Okay.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Perihan. Welcome to ArabicPod101.com. And today we're going to learn the top 25 Arabic verbs. Let's get started. يكون, to be. The first verb we have today is يكون, verb to be. To be or not to be? That's the question. في ديسمبر الجو بيكون برد. In December the weather is cold. It's very easy. يحب, to like. يحب, to like. So for example, you can say أنا بحب الفراولة. I like strawberry. I do, because berry, strawberry, you know. We have a connection. يعمل, to do. يعمل, to do. For example, you can say أنا على طول بعمل الواجب في ميعاده. I always do my homework on time. That's a lie. يقول, to say. يقول, to say. For example, you can say أحمد دايما بيقول الحق. Ahmed always says the truth. يشرح, to explain. يشرح, to explain. For example, you can say اديني فرصة أشرح موقفي. اديني فرصة أشرح موقفي. Give me a chance to explain my situation. يسمع, to hear or to listen. يسمع, to listen or to hear. بحب أسمع الأغاني القديمة. It means I like listening to old music from the 20th century, kind of. 20th, 30s. يروح, to go. يروح, to go. بابا بيروح الشغل كل يوم. My dad goes to work every day. You can say أنا بروح الشغل كل يوم. أنا بروح الشغل كل يوم. I go to work every day. Go to work, go to school. Work. يعرف, to know. يعرف, to know. عنده سنتين لكن بيعرف ياكل لوحده. He's 2 years old yet he can eat by himself. ياخد, to take. ياخد, to take. You probably hear this a lot, like خد الزبالة معاك وانت ماشي, or خد الزبالة معاك وانت خارج. Don't forget to take the trash out. You have to take it out like this. الزبالة. The trash. يشوف, to see. يشوف, to see. For example, you can say بشوف أحسن لما بلبس النضارة. I see much better when I put my glasses on. Yeah, I really cannot see. I do see here. Yeah. You're not John Cena either. If someone says hi, I'm like, who's this? يجي, to come. يجي, to come. For example, you can say النهاردة صاحبتي هتيجي تزورني. Today, my friend is coming to visit me. يفكر, to think. يفكر, to think. For example, you can say من الصبح وأنا عمالة أفكر في حل المشكلة دي. Since the morning, I've been thinking of a solution to this problem. يبص, to look. يبص, to look. For example, you can say بص القطر وصل. Look, the train has arrived. The train has arrived. The boys have arrived with a rabbit. South Park. يعوز, to want. يعوز, to want. أنا عايزة أنام. أنا عايزة أنام. I want to sleep. I'm so sleepy. يدي, to give. يدي, to give. For example, اديني قلم لو سمحت. Please give me a pen. يدي. يستخدم. To use. يستخدم. To use. أنا دايماً بستخدم sunblock قبل ما أخرج. I always use sunblock before I go out. Because it's too hot. It's too sunny. يلاقي. To find. يلاقي. To find. مش لاقية محفظتي في مكانها. I cannot find my wallet in its place. يخرج. To go out. يخرج. To go out. بحب أخرج أتمشى في الجنينة. Which means I like to go out for a walk in the park. يسأل. To ask. يسأل. To ask. وهو صغير كان بيسأل أسئلة كتيرة. When he was young, he used to ask lots of questions. يشتغل. To work. يشتغل. To work. For example, you can say, الكمبيوتر بتاعي مش شغال. My computer doesn't work. Work. يدخل. To enter. يدخل. To enter. أخبط على الباب قبل ما تدخل لو سمحت. Please knock before you enter. يحاول. To try. يحاول. Try. حاول تاني. Try again. And again. يتصل. To call. يتصل. To call. For example, you can say, ممكن تتصل بيا بكرة? Can you please give me a call tomorrow? يجري. To run. يجري. To run. النمر بيجري بسرعة جدا. Tigers run very fast. Well, I'm wearing almost yellow, like ينام. To sleep. ينام. To sleep. أنا امبارح نمت متأخر قوي. Yesterday I slept very late. Sadly. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned something. Why don't you use some of the verbs we just learned to write a comment below? Maybe like the video or subscribe for the channel, and don't forget to visit our website arabicpod101.com. Bye bye. My favorite verb is to sleep because this is very important, and to eat.
In this lesson, we're going to learn how to use al-ma'dhira or afwan and ana asif and other words when apologizing in Arabic. We should use al-ma'dhira or afwan when we want to say excuse me, such as when we are ordering something in a bar or a restaurant. For example, al-ma'dhira qahwa min fadlika or afwan qahwa min fadlika. Excuse me, a coffee please. We can also use it when asking a question. المعذرة أين المحطة? Or عفواً أين المحطة? Excuse me, where is the station? Sometimes we also hear people say من فضلك or please to draw somebody's attention. من فضلك. If the person is a woman, we replace the ending with ki, so it becomes من فضلك. In case you want to use excuse me to apologize instead of asking something, you should say عذراً. It can be used if you accidentally bump into someone on the street. عذراً. Just like عذراً, we can use أنا آسف when apologizing. It literally means I'm sorry or pardon me. As we learned in the last lesson, أنا means I. So the adjective that follows should be modified according to the gender. So if you're a woman, you should say أنا آسفة instead of أنا آسف. All of these phrases can be used for either excuse me or I'm sorry. But if you really want to apologize for something, it might be better to use a different phrase. That phrase is the verb سامحني. سامحني. It can be translated as forgive me in English. It is a bit stronger, but it can be used in both formal and informal situations. Again, since سامحني means that you are asking for the other person's forgiveness, it should be changed according to the gender. So it becomes سامحيني if the other person is a female. سامحيني. Now it's time for Carol's tips. Please remember that in most of the Arab countries, if you accidentally bump into someone, You don't say forgive me, سامحني, which is for a more serious annoyance. Instead, we say عذراً or أنا آسف, excuse me or I am sorry. مرحباً أنا كارول سررت بلقائك. Hi, I'm Carol. Nice to meet you. In this series, العربية في 3 دقائق, we're going to learn basic Arabic expressions. It's super easy and it takes only 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Arabic. There are a few other ways to say it depending on how formal you want to be. Let's first look at an informal way to introduce yourself in Arabic. مرحباً أنا كارول سررت بلقائك. Hi, I'm Carol. It's a pleasure to meet you. مرحباً أنا كارول سررت بلقائك. Now you try it. Start by saying مرحباً, which is the equivalent of hi. Then say أنا, literally I am, followed by your name. أنا كارول is I am Carol. Finally, say nice to meet you. If you're talking to a man, you say سررت بلقائك. If you are talking to a woman, say سررت بلقائك. This phrase means pleasure to meet you. In the English phrase pleasure to meet you, you is a neutral word. You can use it for both men and women. But in Arabic, the word you needs a gender. When you change the last letter in لقائك, a, to an e sound, لقائك, you are actually changing the word you from the male to the female version. Please be careful to use the correct version. Now let's see another way of introducing yourself. In this version, you will say, Hi, my name is Carol instead of Hi, I am Carol. And we will learn another way of saying nice to meet you. مرحبا, اسمي كارول. تشرفت بمعرفتك. Hi, my name is Carol. I am honored to meet you. مرحبا, اسمي كارول. تشرفت بمعرفتك. What has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a close look at these together. First, مرحبا, أنا كارول has changed to مرحبا, اسمي كارول. So, instead of saying Hi, I am Carol, we are speaking in a more formal way by saying Hi, my name is Carol. Next, after giving your name, instead of saying سررت بلقائك, you say تشرفت بمعرفتك, or I am honored to meet you, which is a bit more formal. Again, we should not forget to change the ending of the word depending on the gender of the person you're speaking to. It would be تشرفت بمعرفتك for a man and تشرفت بمعرفتك in case of a woman. One more time, here are the 4 ways you learn to introduce yourself in Arabic. Informally, مرحبا, أنا كارول, سررت بلقائك if you are speaking to a man, and مرحبا, أنا كارول, سررت بلقائك if you are speaking to a woman. The formal way to introduce yourself is مرحبا, اسمي كارول, تشرفت بمعرفتك if the person you're talking to is a man, and مرحبا, اسمي كارول, تشرفت بمعرفتك if that person is a woman. Now it's time for Carol's tips. When you introduce yourself in the Middle East or Northern African countries, it's polite to offer your right hand for a handshake or give 3 kisses on the cheeks, although the rules vary depending on where you are. Arab people place great value on politeness. So, for example, it is considered rude to enter a room or a place without greeting everyone. If you use the right sentence to introduce yourself, they'll definitely be impressed. مرحبا, أنا كارول, سررت بلقائك. Hi, I'm Carol. Nice to meet you. In this series, العربية في 3 دقائق, we're going to learn basic Arabic expressions. It's super easy and it takes only 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Arabic. There are a few other ways to say it depending on how formal you want to be. Let's first look at an informal way to introduce yourself in Arabic. مرحبا, أنا كارول, سررت بلقائك. Hi, I'm Carol. It's a pleasure to meet you. مرحبا, أنا كارول, سررت بلقائك. Now you try it. Start by saying مرحبا, which is the equivalent of hi. Then say أنا, literally I am, followed by your name. أنا كارول is I am Carol. Finally, say nice to meet you. If you're talking to a man, you say سررت بلقائك. If you are talking to a woman, say سررت بلقائك. This phrase means pleasure to meet you. In the English phrase pleasure to meet you, you is a neutral word. You can use it for both men and women. but in Arabic, the word you needs a gender. When you change the last letter in liqa'ika, a, to an e sound, liqa'iki, you are actually changing the word you from the male to the female version. Please be careful to use the correct version. Now let's see another way of introducing yourself. In this version, you will say, "Hi, my name is Carol," instead of, "Hi, I am Carol." And we will learn another way of saying, "Nice to meet you." مرحبا, اسمي كارول. تشرفت بمعرفتك. Hi, my name is Carol. I am honored to meet you. مرحبا, اسمي كارول. تشرفت بمعرفتك. What has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a close look at these together. First, مرحبا, أنا كارول has changed to مرحبا, اسمي كارول. So, instead of saying, "Hi, I am Carol," we are speaking in a more formal way by saying, "Hi, my name is Carol." Next, after giving your name, instead of saying سررت بلقائك, you say تشرفت بمعرفتك, or I am honored to meet you, which is a bit more formal. Again, we should not forget to change the ending of the word depending on the gender of the person you're speaking to. It would be تشرفت بمعرفتك for a man and تشرفت بمعرفتك in case of a woman. One more time, here are the 4 ways you learn to introduce yourself in Arabic. Informally, مرحبا, أنا كارول. سررت بلقائك if you are speaking to a man, and مرحبا, أنا كارول. سررت بلقائك if you are speaking to a woman. The formal way to introduce yourself is مرحبا, اسمي كارول. تشرفت بمعرفتك if the person you're talking to is a man, and مرحبا, اسمي كارول. تشرفت بمعرفتك if that person is a woman. Now it's time for Carol's tips. When you introduce yourself in the Middle East or Northern African countries, it's polite to offer your right hand for a handshake or give 3 kisses on the cheeks, although the rules vary depending on where you are. Arab people place great value on politeness. So, for example, it is considered rude to enter a room or a place without greeting everyone. If you use the right sentence to introduce yourself, they'll definitely be impressed. In the last lesson, we learned how to introduce ourselves in Arabic. Today, we're going to learn how to use good manners as we thank people. هل أنتم جاهزون? Are you ready? فلنبدأ. Then let's start. There are several ways to thank someone. Let's start with the most common phrase, شكراً. شكراً. شكراً means thank you. To say thank you very much, you just need to add جزيلاً. شكراً جزيلاً. شكراً جزيلاً. شكراً is a formal way of saying thank you. If you want to thank someone more casually, say متشكر if you're a man and متشكرة if you're a woman. متشكر. متشكرة. This phrase means I am grateful or I am thankful. When someone thanks you, how should you answer? There's no set response like you're welcome in English, but there are a few things you can say. The first is بكل سرور. This means with pleasure. بكل سرور. Another phrase you can say is تحت أمرك, which literally means at your service or at your disposal. If you're talking to a woman, you should say تحت أمرك. تحت أمرك. تحت أمرك. It is often used as a funny way of responding to someone thanking you. There are so many ways of saying you're welcome in Arabic. Another one is لا شكر على واجب, which means don't thank me, it's my duty. لا شكر على واجب. Now it's time for Carol's tips. شكراً can mean thank you or thanks. Arabic language is very emotional, and relations between Arab people are very personal. So what if you want to use an expression that sounds more friendly? In that case, you can use Allah يخليك. This is a nice way to thank someone. That means, may God protect you. In the last lesson, we learned how to thank people by saying shukran and shukran jazilan. In this lesson, we learned some of the most common greetings used in Arabic-speaking countries. هل أنتم جاهزون? Are you ready? فلنبدأ. Then let's start. The most common greeting is marhaban or hi. Marhaban. This is a general way to greet people when you see them. A more cultural greeting is assalamu alaikum. This means peace be with you, and is generally used only by Muslims. We say it when we meet someone and also when we leave. Assalamu alaykum. Someone could respond to Assalamu alaykum with marhaban or hi, but it is more polite to respond to such greetings in the corresponding way. Since Assalamu alaykum means peace be with you, when greeted in that way, we should answer back with wa alaykum assalam, which literally means peace be with you too. Wa alaykum assalam. Whether you use marhaban, hi, or assalamu alaykum, it is also polite to ask the person how they are. Kayfa haluka? How are you? Kayfa haluka? Don't forget that in Arabic, the word you needs to have a gender. So, kayfa haluka is good if you are talking to a man, but if you are talking to a woman, you should ask kayfa haluki? Kayfa haluki? When it's time to leave, you can say wada'an or goodbye. Wada'an. The other person can reply ma'a salama, which means be safe. Ma'a salama. Let's review the phrases you've learned in this lesson. Marhaban is hi. Assalamu alaykum is peace be with you. The response is wa alaykum assalam. Kayfa haluka or kayfa haluki is how are you. Wada'an is goodbye. And ma'a salama is be safe. Now it's time for Carol's tips. If you're leaving and you want to show the person that you would like to see them again, you can use ila liqa, meaning see you, or ila liqa'i qariban, see you soon. ila liqa'i qariban. In the last lesson, we learned the most common forms of greetings in Arabic. Do you remember them? We introduced marhaban and assalamu alaykum, as well as shukran and ila liqa. In this lesson, we're going to learn a very useful phrase. Do you speak English? If you find yourself in a situation where you need assistance in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. And because you're asking it in Arabic, you can be sure that everyone will understand what you're saying, even if their answer is no. Are you ready? Then let's start. Here's the basic way to ask if someone speaks English. هل تتكلم الإنجليزية? If you are talking to a male. And هل تتكلمين الإنجليزية? If you are talking to a female. هل تتكلم الإنجليزية? هل تتكلمين الإنجليزية? هل means do. You and speak are merged in the same word تتكلم for males and تتكلمين for females. إنجليزية means English. This is an indirect way of asking someone to speak to you in English. There are many ways of making it clear that you're asking the person to speak English to you. For example, هل بإمكانك التكلم بالإنجليزية? Means, could you speak English? هل بإمكانك means, could you? Are you able to? Or, is it possible to? And is referring to the ability of the person to speak English. Again, if you're talking to a female, you should change the last accent of ka to ki. So the question becomes, هل بإمكانك التكلم بالإنجليزية? التكلم means speaking, and بالإنجليزية is in English. To be more formal, we could add the word please to the request to make it هل بإمكانك التكلم بالإنجليزية من فضلك? In this case, the question cannot mean the person's ability to speak English anymore, because you are obviously asking them to speak English to you. Since in Arabic, the word please literally means from your favor, it should also be changed according to the person's gender. So, in case of a female, we should also change the ka ending of please in min fadlika to min fadliki. The question becomes, هل بإمكانك التكلم بالإنجليزية من فضلك? The responses you will receive could be one of these three. نعم, yes. نعم. قليلا, a little. قليلا. There are a few ways of saying no in Arabic. لا or كلا. No, I don't speak English is لا أنا لا أتكلم الإنجليزية. لا أنا لا أتكلم الإنجليزية. It is exactly the same structure as in English. لا is no, أنا is I, لا means don't. أتكلم is I speak, and الإنجليزية is English. Since this last one is a negative statement, we need to say لا before the verb أتكلم or speak. لا literally means no, but when placed before a verb, it negates this verb, becoming don't or doesn't. Notice also that the verb أتكلم is slightly different than تتكلم, which we learned before. Remember, the verb changes depending on the pronoun used. We are not talking about أنا, Arabic for I. Thus, I do not speak is أنا لا أتكلم. Now it's time for Carol's tips. For those of you who are not native English speakers, you can obviously use this question with any language you need. Arab people study other languages at school, depending on the country they live in, so maybe you'll get lucky. Just substitute الإنجليزية with الفرنسية for French, الإيطالية for Italian, الإسبانية for Spanish, or الألمانية for German.
Want to speak real Arabic from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ArabicPod101.com.
Hi guys, my name is Nora from ArabicPod101.com. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I will answer some of your most common Arabic questions. The question for this lesson is, are there feminine and masculine inanimate objects in Arabic? Well, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that unlike French and Spanish, Arabic doesn't have gender-specific articles. Yay! In Arabic, we use the definite article al for both genders, and there is no indefinite article at all. Double yay! There is more good news. You can tell what gender a noun is from its structure. If you see a ha sound, commonly known as ta marbuta, at the end of a word, then it's definitely feminine and will be conjugated as such. For example, the word shajara, meaning tree. Now for the bad news. There are a lot of nouns that don't end in ta marbuta, but they're still feminine nouns. However, there aren't a lot of them, and once you know that they're feminine nouns, you just have to memorize them the way they are. An example of this is sahara, meaning desert. The final part of the noun, is an indication that the word is most likely a feminine noun. It could also be a masculine noun, like the word ma, meaning water, which is masculine, so this rule only works with certain structures. But there isn't always a helpful indication. For instance, the word shams, meaning sun, is a feminine word. Do you see a ta marbuta? Nope. You have to consciously remember that it's a feminine noun. The last thing you need to know about Arabic feminine and masculine nouns is that they change the conjugation of any verb or adjective that describes them. For instance, we'll look at a noun-adjective-verb sentence for a masculine noun and for a feminine noun. الفتى الطويل يغني. The tall boy is singing. الفتاة الطويلة تغني. The tall girl is singing. The first one is masculine and the second one is feminine. See the slight difference in conjugation? Namely, the ta marbuta in the end of الطويلة and the ta in the beginning of تغني. Although this might seem challenging at first, it will feel like second nature with practice. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment below and I will see you in the next episode. Salam. Hi everyone, my name is Nora. Welcome to Ask an Arabic Teacher, where I will answer some of your most common Arabic questions. The question for this lesson is, what do country names look like in Arabic? Don't you want to know how your country is pronounced in Arabic? Let's see some of the popular ones. First, let's see some African country names. Aljazair, Algeria. المغرب, Morocco. جنوب أفريقيا, South Africa. مدغشقر, Madagascar. Ghana, Ghana. مصر, Egypt. What about Egypt's name, Misr? It sounds pretty different from English, doesn't it? Now let's see some European and Asian country names. Syria, Syria. Lebanon, Lebanon. Palestine, Palestine. Iran, Iran. Pakistan, Pakistan. Al-Hind, India. Malaysia, Malaysia. Indonesia, Indonesia. Russia, Russia. الصين, China. اليابان, Japan. Turkey, Turkey. اليونان, Greece. Italia, Italy. فرنسا, France. España, Spain. ألمانيا, Germany. المملكة المتحدة, UK. What about these two? They sound very different. النمسا, Austria. The word النمسا has Slavic origins. المجر, Hungary. المجر, which is another word for Hungary. Now let's see some country names in the Americas and the Pacific. أمريكا, America. الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية, the US. Canada, Canada. المكسيك, Mexico. Colombia, Colombia. البرازيل, Brazil. الأرجنتين, Argentina. أستراليا, Australia. New Zealand, New Zealand. Other than that, many country names in the world are very similar between Arabic and English. You might have to add an L before it or an A sound after it. All in all, they sound pretty similar. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next episode. Salam. Hi everyone, my name is Nora and this is Ask an Arabic Teacher. The question for this lesson is, are Arabic expressions affected by religion? There are a lot of expressions in Arabic that have Islamic origins. The Quran, which is the holy book of Muslims, was originally written in Arabic. Islam itself emerged from the Gulf region, which is historically an Arabic-speaking region. So it's no wonder that even modern-day Arabic is heavily influenced by Islam. These expressions shifted from being specifically religious to being purely cultural, meaning that many non-Muslim Arabs use them as well. Let's see some of these expressions. First we have Insha'Allah. Insha'Allah. Insha'Allah literally means if God wills. It implies that everything happens with the will of God and only if God wills. We use this expression after we say that we will do something or that something will happen or expect it to happen. For example, I will meet you at 6 o'clock, Insha'Allah. Notice the uncertainty in this expression. Many people exploit this expression and use it to mean that they probably won't do what they said they will. So be careful. Next we have Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah literally means thanks be to God. We use this expression not only when something good happens, but also if something bad happens. The implications is that it could have been worse, so we should be thankful to God anyway. Here's a sentence example. I got into an accident, but I came out of it with some bruises, alhamdulillah. Now, let's see the expression ربنا معك. ربنا معك. This one has many versions in different dialects. We're looking at the Egyptian version. It literally means may God be with you. Egyptians use it when they basically want to say good luck, implying that godly power is way stronger and more important than luck. For example, good luck on your exams. ربنا معك في الامتحان. The Levantine version of this is Allah يعينك. Allah يعينك. And there are many other versions, of course. You can use them on their own, of course, as long as they're in context. I hope you liked our lesson, and I will see you in the next episode, inshallah. Salam.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.
You are at a train station where you're looking for the best exit to catch a taxi. Which direction should you go in to get to the taxi stop? Which direction should you go in to get to the taxi stop? You should head east to get to the taxi stop.
الشرق.
You are at a bus terminal where you've just bought a long-distance ticket. Which seat number are you in? Which seat number are you in? The ticket says that you're in seat 20.
مقعد رقم 20.
You are at a bus stop where you're waiting for the 301 bus. There is a notice posted on the bus timetable. What does the notice say? What does the notice say? The notice reads, "The 301 bus does not stop here."
باص رقم 301 لا يقف هنا.
You are at a bus terminal where you're attempting to buy a ticket from a ticket counter. There are 4 different counters. Which counter should you line up at to go to the south side of the city? Which counter should you line up at to go to the south side of the city? The third counter is the counter for bus tickets that go to the south side of the city.
إلى جنوب المدينة.
You are at a bus terminal where you're reading the schedule for long-distance buses. On which days are there no buses running? On which days are there no buses running? There are no buses running on public holidays and the third Saturday of every month.
الأجازات الرسمية والسبت الثالث من كل شهر.
Hi everyone, my name is Prihan and this is the Arabic Top Words. Today's topic is 10 phrases to amaze native speakers. So let's get started. أقدر أحفظ حوالي 50 كلمة عربي جديدة في اليوم. I can memorize around 50 new Arabic words a day. The first phrase is أقدر أحفظ حوالي 50 كلمة عربي جديدة في اليوم. I can memorize around 50 new Arabic words a day. أقدر أحفظ حوالي 50 كلمة. It's too long, even I cannot memorize it. That sounds tough. Good luck. أقدر أتابع أفلام عربي من غير ترجمة. I can watch Arabic movies without subtitles. The next one is أقدر أتابع أفلام عربي من غير ترجمة. I can watch Arabic movies without subtitles. I think it's amazing to watch Arabic movies without subtitles because, as you all know, Arabic has a standard Arabic and dialect Arabic, and they're so different. So usually all movies are made in the dialect. So if you can listen to the dialect and understand so well without the subtitles, that means that you're very, very good at Arabic. Yeah. أنا بتعلم عربي لوحدي. I'm learning Arabic all by myself. أنا بتعلم عربي لوحدي. I'm learning Arabic all by myself. And this is amazing because Arabic is very difficult. So if you decide to learn it all by yourself, then you're a very smart person. All by myself. أنا فهمت كل اللي أنت قلته. I completely understood everything you said. أنا فهمت كل اللي أنت قلته. I completely understood everything you said. If you can understand native speakers without missing anything out, then you're doing a great job, I suppose. أنا أخدت سنة واحدة بس لغاية ما بقيت بتكلم بطلاقة. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. أنا أخدت سنة واحدة بس لغاية ما بقيت أتكلم بطلاقة. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. And this is amazing, and you can only achieve that by having lots of Egyptian friends you can speak with every day. So you can easily learn Egyptian Arabic fluently. You can speak it fluently in only 1 year or even less. العربي ممتع وسهل في التعليم. Arabic is fun and easy to learn. العربي ممتع وسهل في التعليم. Arabic is fun and easy to learn. And of course, Arabic is fun and easy to learn if you're doing it with us, Arabic Pod 101. أنا مش بس بعرف عربي. أنا بتكلم شوية لغات تانية برضو. Apart from knowing Arabic, I can speak a few other languages as well. أنا مش بس بعرف أتكلم عربي، ده أنا بعرف كمان أتكلم شوية لغات تانية. Apart from knowing Arabic, I can also speak a few other languages as well. For example, English. شكراً ليك، بس هي في الحقيقة مش لغتي الأم. Thank you, but it's not my native language actually. شكراً ليك، بس هي في الحقيقة مش لغتي الأم. Thank you, but it's not actually my native language. أنا بعرف أتكلم عربي بأكتر من لهجة. I can speak Arabic in more than one dialect. أنا بعرف أتكلم عربي بأكتر من لهجة. I can speak Arabic in more than one dialect. For example, I can say شكو ماكو حبيبي. It means how are you or what's up, my love, or حبيبي in Iraqi dialect. أنا بعرف أقرأ عربي كمان. I can also read Arabic. The next phrase is أنا كمان بعرف أقرأ عربي. I can also read Arabic. And if you would like to practice Arabic more, you will most certainly find your favorite books in Arabic translated. And that's it for today. What was your favorite phrase? Can you write it below in the comments? Don't forget to subscribe and comment and visit our website, arabicpod101.com. Bye-bye.
Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.